Guys, what is up? So today I'm gonna be making some carne con chile. As you guys can see, I already washed my bell pepper, my cebolla, my tomate, my cilantro, and my chiles jalapenos, and I'm gonna be cutting up in little squares this sirloin steak. So it is 5 right now, and I'm waiting for my man to come home, so I always have a cooked meal ready for him. And if you don't know how to cook, this is a really easy recipe you can do, and it's really quick. So I'm going to try to make this video short as possible. So stay tuned for the full turnout. Okay, so this is just how I cut mine. My bell pepper, my onion, my jalapeno, my cilantro, and my tomato. You can cut it up however you want, but this is how I cut it up. Okay, now that I've cut up in squares my carne, my sirloin steak, I'm gonna use the chupacabra meat rub. You can find this at your local meat market or Walmart, HEB, whatever. So I'm just gonna add a good amount of that. And then I like lemon. I like my stuff to taste like lemon, so I'm gonna add this lime pepper. It says try on avocados and margaritas, so that's interesting. So I'm just gonna put some of that in here too. And last, I'm gonna add my garlic powder. Then I'm just gonna put a glove on and I'm just gonna mix it together. I'm just gonna mix that in together and season my carne till it all gets seasoned. And while that's sitting, I'm gonna go ahead and get my oil, and I'm gonna start up my stove so it can be nice and hot. Personal oil that I like to use, my aceite, is the pure soybean oil, the Nutri oil. It's cholesterol free because, girl, you don't want your man to get cholesterol, and it has 0 gram trans fat, and it's a pretty good oil. It tastes just like regular vegetable oil. It's just much healthier for you. So as for my side, I'm gonna be doing some arroz rice. I personally don't like jasmine rice. I like the basmati rice because it fluffs up really pretty. And I get this amount of onion and that amount of garlic. And I'm gonna add some caldo de tomate and caldo de pollo. Even though it already comes in the tomate, it just gives that an extra flavor. And I'm gonna add garlic powder. So right now I have the pan with oil, so I'm waiting for that to get hot so I can start cooking my rice. I don't do measurements, but I did 1 cup and a half of rice, if you want to know how I measured. Rice is here. I'm just gonna stir it. Now that my rice is here, I'm just gonna stir it and wait for it to get a little yellowy. And I already have my water ready, and I'll tell you guys how much of that I use. Like I said, I usually don't measure, but I will for you guys. I see how it's turning yellowy, kind of burnty. I'm gonna go ahead and add my water. So I'm adding my onion and my little glove of garlic. Don't measure, but I'm gonna add a hint of this, and I'm just gonna add a good amount like this. And now I'm gonna add my tomate. So I always leave my consomate open from the top like this. I'm just gonna add a good amount of consomate. I added a handful of cilantro. Of course, I did wash it. Now I'm just gonna stir this. That way the consomate and tomate is just not in one place. And I personally don't cover it until it's halfway done because it's just gonna go everywhere, but that's just how I make it. And here is my carne with the same oil I use, and I'm just gonna cook that, and let's cook it and just see how long it'll take. But this is what I did. I cut it up in little squares. 15 minutes later on the rice, I'm gonna go ahead and cover it and lower the heat. I always have it like a little bit lower than medium. And this is an update on the carne. It still needs to be cooked a little more before I start adding my veggies. Okay, so I turned off my heat. 5 minutes later, it still has a little bit of water, so I'm just gonna cover it and let it sit with its own heat. You guys see how it's just oil and like no water left? So I'm gonna go ahead and add my hard veggies first, which is gonna be my bell pepper and my onion and my jalapeno. I'm gonna add my tomato last. I went ahead and added my cilantro too. And this is gonna be enough for my family and enough for lunch the next day, because I always pack my husband at lunch and I usually eat my own lunch at work. I like for my veggies to be asada, so I'm gonna go in and add just a little bit more of oil. And I'm just gonna stir that. Girl, this is gonna be good. Yeah, I just love that sizzle. And now that my cebolla is cocida or whatever asada, I went ahead and added my tomatoes. I'm so hungry already making this, and I haven't even had one bite of it. I'm gonna make this dry today, so we could eat it in a form of tacos or however you want. But since I am dieting, I'm not gonna eat tortillas. I'm just gonna eat the meat and make me a salad. But everyone here at home is on a diet, so they will have rice. How fluffy and beautiful the rice looks. I added flash, but it looks much oranger in person, but it is so good. I mean orangey in person. Way more orangey in person, but this is with flash. It looks super good. That looks, and it doesn't stick. This is the basmati rice for you guys. Update on the carne. It is about ready. I'm just gonna let it cook, and I will post my plate on here, well, on this video, so you guys can see how delicious it is. I'm lazy today, and I use these flour tortillas, and they're super good. They have like a buttery taste. They're ready to cook, and I don't think I need to show you guys how I cook them on the pan or whatever. But this is the tortillas that I use, and I get these at our HEB here. It's so hard to diet, so I use this spring mix, my carne, and some chihuahua queso, and I bought this yummy lime avocado. So this will be my dinner as my family eats regularly, not like me. Thank you for watching.